All right, welcome back to the Beyond Kicks podcast with Same Old Seth and Winona Kicks. So for today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the $1,000 Jordan 1 from the Wings collection, giving our thoughts on the new AE-1 lows, and taking a look at a number of sneakers that are set to release next year, which I know is forever away, but the leaks are out, so we have to talk about it. But before we get into all that, we'll do a quick recap and roll the intro. Okie dokie. Charlie, how you doing today, man?
Doing good. Got more
Yeah.
energy than most days, so it should be a good podcast.
Love to hear it. I am currently, I don't want to say lacking on energy, trying to get it up right now, drinking a Monster, which I'm really upset about. I don't drink Monster typically. I'm more of a Ghost guy or a Prime. But for some reason, at every single gas station I typically get those at, they're just sold out of all the flavors that I like. So I'm just having to improvise. So
Fair enough.
it's probably a sign that I should be like you and just try and cut out caffeine. But, you know, we'll save that
I mean,
for
I'm not.
next week.
Yeah. If anything, I've been drinking more like Starbucks coffee.
Okay.
It's kind of my thing because I'll wake up, kind of get work done stuff. I was in the office today filming we got a new 2025 Polaris Ranger. It was the first one delivered, so I had to go film that. And so
What's the
different
Ranger?
stuff, but usually
Is that like the...
it's like it's a side by side.
I was like, there's a word for it, but I don't know how to describe it. Polaris makes some
Yep.
dope stuff, man. Sorry.
No, I mean we carry all the brands, so that's one of our main ones. But usually it's like coffee in the morning, wake up, and I know Abby does too. And then usually at about 1 to 2 o'clock, it's like, all right, I need a little bump here to get through the rest of the day, and it's either a Red Bull or make another coffee or Starbucks iced caramel macchiato. Is what I've been having lately. So funny enough,
That's the good stuff.
Big Al actually got me on that Gigamiss. We were at a sneaker con, and it's always been Caribou in Minnesota in the Midwest, and they only had Starbucks. I think it was, I don't know, I can't remember the event, but he like made a Starbucks run, and I was like, look, whatever you're getting, I'll get. I was like, ooh, this is actually pretty good. So
Oh no, now you're hooked.
but yeah,
That's hilarious.
I got a
man.
liquid death here today. So
Which flavor's that? Because I keep wanting to try them.
Squeezed to Death, probably my favorite I've tried yet.
Nice little orange can. I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, add that to the mental list. But yeah, man, what's been going on this week? Any fun pickups or stories or anything?
I mean, it's just been a busy week. I was supposed to be gone this weekend on a golf trip in Iowa. It got canceled. Weather's bad, which is kind of a bummer. Been looking forward to that. Been hitting the range a bunch. My dad actually took over golf operations at the golf course right down the road from me. So get free golf out there now, which is pretty sweet. And I grew up playing there. It's we just bought Abby some golf clubs, so we've been kind of grinding with that, which has been a lot of fun. And then so got the golf itch fully. I don't. There's a lot of. I've actually bought a lot of shoes, and I don't have a lot of them up here. But I bought a bunch of kind of crazy stuff. I don't want to give where I'm getting them because I got a crazy little person I found who's selling a bunch of crazy stuff for really good prices.
Interesting. Okay.
But I've gotten a bunch of sample pairs recently, which I don't even think I've shown you. And I don't have them right next to me, but off the top of my head, I got the Supreme, I think they're the Zoom Flight 95 collab with Nike.
Okay. I think I can like almost envision it. If you can pull it up, that'd be amazing. And also, if you're listening, make sure to go to YouTube, subscribe. We would really appreciate it. And then you can see which pair he's talking about. So it's a win-win.
So I got the brown pair.
Okay.
Not my size. size 9.5. Market's like
Yeah.
150 to 200, 125
Mhm.
brand new. I got a full-blown promo sample, tags. It even says sample not for resale on the inside, property of Nike, like the full-blown sample. I got them for
Yeah.
$200.
That's
So
not bad.
crazy steal on those. And then
Yeah.
I got let me see if I can find them. Nike Mac Attack green. There's a new Nike Mac Attack that dropped. The oil green.
Okay.
I don't think they've dropped in the US because I really like them.
Yeah. Oh
Super
yeah,
clean pair.
yeah. We talked about those, I think, a while ago, but I like those. Yeah.
Full blown sample, same deal, $150, which is nuts. Markets, I don't even know, $100 on Poison. And then the craziest one I got was a pair. I bought a couple. So there was 3 pairs. I bought 2 for Giancarlo to sell on Whatnot. So if you want a pair, go check out Whatnot, Blazendary.
Yeah.
And then I bought 1 pair, but they are the World of Flight exclusive Jordan 1. And there's like nothing out there on them. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find the thing. But basically they had a pop-up in Milan, I think it was. And they had 500 pairs of the Jordan 1 Low neutral gray. And they did customization. So you could stamp them with whatever you wanted on the side. Japanese symbols. The boxes were all custom. And there's 500 pairs in the world. And they're like not listed on Go, not listed on StockX. There's 1 article online about them. I got to see if I can find it. So I got a pair of those.
That's cool, though.
Yeah. So I've just been on a weird, like, get a bunch of really cool rare stuff that I don't think I'll ever sell or do anything with, but it's like kind of cool to have. That kind of stuff is really interesting to me. So yeah.
No, I mean, especially now, and we can talk about this in a little bit if you want, or we don't have to, it doesn't matter, but especially with all the talk going on about are sneakers boring? Like, yeah, the sneakers coming out they could be better, but like there's so many cool hidden gems that have released over the past, 10 years that if you dig for them, you can find them, and they're just so unique. Like, I don't know. It's only boring if you make it boring.
100%. Yeah, there's so much to the game. Sneakerdunk.com. Sneakerdunk. I think I found the article. Yeah, there's so much to the game that it's just I don't even know how to explain it, but there's different levels of the game that you can get into. Sample stuff, you can get into wear tests, which we'll get to that. You can get into like OG Nikes, like Cortezes, like Mac Attacks. You can get into OG pairs, like curated Van, like 85 collections. You can get into New Balances, which we're in. You can get into it. Like there's so many different levels. You can resell, you can collect, you can buy for retail. Like there's so many different levels of it in the community that you can make it whatever you want for sure.
Absolutely. I like it.
Right,
dude, speaking of Mac Attacks. Yeah, show me that.
March 25th, World of Flight. I think they're doing one of these in New York too.
Oh, that's sick.
So this is where Travis Scott revealed the Utopia branded Jordan 1 Low medium olive with the Utopia sign on the side.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is the workshop where they were custom stamping pairs, and this looks like a mid, but they were doing the Jordan 1 Low neutral gray or the Jordan 1 mid triple white. So it was very, very exclusive. It was only here, and the box is pretty nuts too. So
yeah, that's awesome, man.
Content on those, I think. So
yeah,
I mean, just kind of some cool collection stuff. But
excited to see them. What I was saying, I forgot I had the social status Mac Attacks. They were in one of the boxes off to the side, and
green pair.
I'm yeah, dude, breaking these out for summer. I just tried them on again last night, and I was like, I really like these, and I've worn them one time. So,
dude, we gotta like, intentionally plan a day because I have a DS pair sitting on my shelf I haven't worn yet.
Yeah.
Because the first pair I cooked, and then I just was like, all right, I've had enough of MacTacs for a bit. We got to like do something funny where we like each post the exact same shoe on foot, same angle on our story at the same time and seeing if anyone notices.
That would be really funny, actually. I feel like that with the House Studio Asics, the Glacier pair, like you wear yours a lot, Roscoe wears his a lot, and I wear mine a lot. And I feel like at least once a week, like one of us posts them on our story. And I'm just like, that's like such a random shoe for all of us to always be posting. It's just fun. So I think like every time I post a photo of it, I'm like, someone else.
Yeah, no, totally. I have not worn my white pair in a month and a half. I wear my brown pair multiple times a week. My white pair, we brought Kirk to the dog park like right in the spring, and they got cooked, and so they're covered in mud sitting in the garage right now. I still gotta clean them. They're like covered in mud. So, but yeah, it's a comfortable pair.
I've been cleaning shoes a lot this week specifically because like the last 3 or 4 days I've really been working on this I Love Ugly video for like the jeans and stuff. There's 2 different videos coming out, and I'm trying to like show how the jeans look with different pairs of shoes. So I'm having to like clean the outsoles like in the sink out there so I don't track all the dirt on my backdrop. So I've had like 6 pairs lined up, and I'm just like, scrub. Like I did it earlier today too for this next video I'm working on, and I'm just like, I hate cleaning my shoes, but
yeah,
now at least now it gave me an excuse to clean up a few pairs. But yeah, that's the bulk of my week has been that. That's been like majority of my focus this week. I did get a lot of like early Jordan 1s that I'll show here in a second, but yeah, I don't know if you're like this, but whenever I get a either brand deal or have an idea for a video that's different than what I typically do, I overthink it like so much. Like I've had 5 different versions of this jeans video that I'll probably post tomorrow, probably when everyone's listening to this. And I just like, every time I'm editing, I'll like think of a new angle, and I'm like, oh, let me shift everything around. Let's try and set it up for this. And then I finally get it to the computer, edit it all in, and I'm like, I don't like the way that looks, but what if it looked like this? And then it's just a constant cycle. So finally finished the first video, and then I got to finish the script for the second one, but it turned out pretty well. It's not too bad. I thought it was fun.
That's interesting you said that, because just today I put out kind of a different video. I just was talking about, I replied to a comment, which I'm going to start doing more of, where talking about the military blue quality, because I put out the cool like video, sent it to Champ so they can do it and whatever, and then that was just going to be my industrial blue video, and I just wore them the other day, and that was that. Kind of when you wear a pair, that's like, all right, you're done with the content, because then it's not
it's such a good
anymore.
feeling. It's such a good feeling, dude.
Yeah, but yeah. But I just did like a different headshot, different backdrop, and it was kind of like, I'm gonna keep doing different stuff because I think I'm learning how to film different stuff better and edit it better instead of just the same thing. So that's something I was consciously thinking about as well a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
So.
No, I love that. That video actually popped up on my Instagram like right before I joined this call. And then I saw it and I was like, I got to watch that later. Okay, I got to join. So I will check that out. But that is kind of, I mean, like replying to comments with a video is so smart, especially when it comes to a shoe and it's like just one little detail that someone wants to know the answer of. Like easy, just 15, 30-second video of just like showing them. So much more engaging. And I need to do that so much more. It's just hard with like the early pairs because it's like, boom, I film it, they're gone. So I'm like, But with like other stuff, I definitely need to do that more. But I also need to be better at reading my comments like I used to be because
same.
now I'm slacking so hard. And I hate it. Like I love engaging with the listeners or watchers, viewers. I don't even know. And like just responding and reading their stuff. But I've just been so like anti-social media these past like 3 weeks or month, where I'm just like, the only time I'm on there is to post. I'll look at stories and like that's it. But
Interesting.
I need to get out of my mental funk. Like I haven't been on TikTok and I don't even know how long. I'll just post it.
That's
gone.
weird. It's every day for me.
I know. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me.
I'd rather have it that way than being addicted to it.
Yeah, and that's kind of the way I see it, I guess. And I just would rather have my own ideas than be influenced by everyone else, but also being influenced by other people and like getting that creativity flowing is good. So I don't know. I feel like I've just been too busy to even be on social media, because it's like the second I start scrolling, I'm like, I got to work on this. But let's dive into some of these random early pairs I have. I have like five Jordan 1 lows, dude.
Whoa.
All of which almost
Barons. That's
I do.
Gonna be a prediction.
Yeah, these are cool.
There you go.
The Barons.
How good am I?
Size 7 men's. All of these are like size 7 or GS sizes. So I'm really upset about that.
That's
so
tough.
I'm like, yeah. So I gotta, I guess, brainstorm, because like, if you don't watch my videos, if you're listening, like that's typically how I start the videos, just walking into frame and then another shot. So I gotta figure something else out. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I'll figure it out, but it's just kind of annoying, and I don't like showing off a shoe that I couldn't wear, because then you're like reviewing something that you haven't tried on, and I just feel weird about that, and I'll probably preface that in the video. But this pair I really like. It's literally like a poor man's Dior Jordan 1 Low.
I can
except
see it.
Like the back is black, but quality's okay, like nothing too crazy. The gray is better than the white and black, but it's like we said, I think in the last episode or the episode before, it just kind of feels like a GR Dunk that would be sitting on shelves. But
so it's kind of what is it like the Starfishes that came out like 2 years ago?
Quality wise?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like those were
not
better.
Like super soft like the original neutral grade Jordan 1 Lows that dropped, but like
that's a good way to put it. It just feels like every other Jordan 1 Low, but not the good Jordan 1 Lows, you know. These I really like. The First and Flight, the women's pair. This one is essentially a reverse Jordan 1 Obsidian, but for women's. Nice little yellow hit on the wings logo. It actually says First and Flight on the tongue, which I like. Quality on these is actually dope. I'm like kind of pissed that this isn't a men's pair, because like this nubuck they have on the baby blue is like buttery. The white or cream leather is pretty good. Like I would totally rock these, and they have that more kind of vintage, I guess, style lace where they're that like
the faded
kind of thicker, faded. They have a thicker kind of knit to them, but I like these. You should get these for Abby. If she wears high tops, I would get these for Anna, but she'd be like, "Cool, I'm never gonna wear these." Like,
well, how tall is Anna?
5. Oh, she's gonna kill me. 5'5", maybe.
That makes a big difference. Abby's 5'10", so
yeah. So she can pull it off for sure. But I mean, Anna's kind of the same as me. I don't know
if Abby has a pair of Jordan 1 highs. I know she's been rocking her Jordan 4s recently, but maybe I'll have to get her a pair of those.
Which Jordan 4s? The like cream.
The sales.
What were those called? Yep. Yeah, I like those. Oh, those are sick.
Yeah, women's exclusive, man.
I know, but like these, if these were men's, that's just like an easy pair to rock. And like 100%, it is just this reversed, which is kind of
looks
funny.
Like that.
But you know, this is still like one of my favorites. I don't know why.
Never had a pair of those.
It's one of those that I got employee discount when I worked at Champs, and I wore the snot out of them. I need to bring them back. Other one, just some random GR Jordan 1 Low non-OG.
Yep.
It's a cool colorway. It's like the I don't remember what they're called. The Codot JP, like the highs that they did, kind of like that, but the low. Yeah. So it's this dark navy overlays, gray swoosh, white base. Honestly,
Nothing
like
special.
if you're looking for a great pair that's going to be at retail in stores, like if I was with a friend who wanted a pair, I'd be like, it's a good one. It's a good one. What size are these? These are 7Y. These photos are everywhere now, but I want this in a men's so I can actually try it out. These are I think these are the Midnight Navy Jordan 1 highs. So they have a sail outsole, darker navy overlays with a white leather base. It's hard to tell the quality because this is a youth pair. So obviously, like, nothing to write home about quality-wise. But I feel like if they did good quality on these, this would be a sick pair. But would you rock these if they were your size?
No.
Yeah. It's one of those that I'm like, if I got gifted a pair, I'd wear them. But
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Not my favorite shade of blue.
I agree. And it's like, it looks dark on camera too. Like
if
I had to
everything
really
was white, like the midsole and that top heel part, I would like them, but I don't know.
I totally get that. But it's even in person, like it is dark navy. It's kind of throwing me off. And then this gold Jordan 1 Low, I think this is 6Y. No, this is a high. I mean, it has the hang tag, but it's a kid size. So it's like, I hate it. But the quality on these are actually really good, I will say. Like, leather's
Colorway's
solid.
not very good.
Oh, it's not at all. Unless you're into, like, bright gold shoes. Meh. Nothing crazy. It's just a bread Jordan 1 with metallic gold overlays.
Yeah, it's like the silver toes that dropped.
It's exactly like those. But yeah, no, that's it with me, man. I just got to figure out how I want to make the videos for these shoes, and I doubt I'm going to make a video on all of them because that's just a waste of time.
Yeah, fair enough. Since you're talking about pairs, I got one pair sitting next to me that we've talked about extensively on the podcast.
Okay.
I don't know if I've talked about the wear test, and I don't even know if I've mentioned that I'm doing this as a wear test yet. I think I have. But yeah,
brought
this
it up
is the next
briefly.
wear test. I have not announced it on my socials. I did a little close friend sneak peek, but finally got them in hand. It is the Jordan 1 High Wings pack. So we've talked about these extensively. About how cool they were, the material, how expensive they were. So I just was looking up a couple articles on them again. The material, made in Italy. You can see on the tongue tag, it says made in Italy under the Jordan Wings logo, which is pretty cool. The back heel is really thin, but it's very plush at the same time. Raw finishing on the leather, gum outsole. Got that 85 outsole, which I really like, 85 shape as well. So,
Nice.
I mean, these are money. So
I love those.
They did release, which I didn't know.
I didn't know that either.
Article again, so I can read some information on them.
I'm curious.
So they released exclusively in Beijing, China, on March 23rd. In men's sizing, the retail was $875 for a low top and $975 for a high top.
Yikes!
And that was it. That was when they released. There was multiple other pairs. Let me share my screen here. There was a black fur pair, crazy. There was those haven't come out. Here's my pair, the white. Here's my pair in hand. gray pair hasn't come out. Here's the lows with the black swoosh. Another pair that hasn't come out. And then here's the other lows, the all white with the gum outsole, super clean. So I was, shout out Giancarlo Blazendary, sourced them for me instantly, secured the pair. I was like, I want to do this wear test. Like, I think this would be the ultimate wear test. Like, nobody has this pair. They're super expensive. Nobody's going to wear them to the ground like I plan to.
Seriously.
And he's like, let's work something out. I'll figure out where to get a pair. He hit up one of his guys. They had a pair, and we paid $1,700 for them on the resale market.
It's reasonable for what the retail is, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, by far the most expensive wear test I've done. This is going to be nuts. So I'm very excited for it. All white silhouette, going to show like crazy. And we could have done the lows, but I was like, highs would show up so much better on camera, and it would show the dirt so much better. So yeah, they're very similar to the handcrafted Jordan 1 highs that I did the original wear test on. They're similar to the Jordan Diop Jordan 1 lows that I did the wear test on. The material, the Italian leather was that. That was the vegan Italian leather. So I'm familiar with the materials. I'm excited to see how it goes. So I don't know when I think I'm gonna announce it early next week is the plan as of now. I don't know yet. Maybe this weekend since I'm home now. But yeah, stay tuned for that.
I like it. So did the other pairs release as well? Like, were they all Beijing exclusives?
I don't know. There just was not a lot on them. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was kind of like a private invite party in Beijing, and then they released. I think it was kind of like an F&F thing. The box that I got has a whole bunch of extras. I'm going to do a whole YouTube video unboxing it, but there's an envelope with like a Jordan Wings logo on it, and there's nothing in it. So I'm assuming it was, hey, Jimmy, here's your pair.
Okay.
And then sold it. So, I mean,
that makes sense.
I mean, anyone can buy them. I'm not getting them early. They're not bootlegs. They're not like it's legit. So it's like I don't feel bad about it or anything. I'm just excited to do it because nobody's gonna wear these pairs. It's kind of like taking the Bugatti and running it through the mud. So I'm very excited.
I'm not going to lie, and not to knock the other wear tests, but I am probably the most excited about this one. Because I just, same thing you said, like no one's going to actually beat these up. And I just have to know. Are you going to send them off to get cleaned after?
Potentially. I was actually in talks with Nick a couple days ago, so I think we're going to talk early next week.
That would be sick.
If not, I might hit up Crep too, see if something could work out. So I mean, nobody has the pairs, let alone gotten them dirty, let alone clean them. So it's kind of like whoever wants it, go after it. It's a good video. So
it would stress me out to get those dirty, man. Regardless,
they're just so crispy. Like
I know
it's hard to show it. Like the laces are super nice wax laces. They have Air Jordan gold emblems on the end. The tongue is super nice. Here's a little sneak peek for you too. The tongue on the right one only, there's a print of a Michael Jordan signature in blue.
Oh, I like that.
So there's a lot of like hidden details, which is sweet. So
please don't get rid of those after you beat them up. I feel like that's a crazy pair to have like 10 years from now. You know what I mean? Like just one of those. Oh yeah, because that's a super rare pair. Very cool collector's piece.
Yeah, I don't even know how many pairs are out there, honestly.
That's what I want to know.
They're like not on GOAT, not on stock. Like you can't just it's a weird deal. So I didn't, now that I'm looking at them, they've been sitting in the box, so I've been kind of doing other stuff, and now I'm like getting hyped for it. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Excited.
Definitely. Well, let's dive in.
All right, we got a ton of news to talk about.
Yeah, let's get to it.
A lot of big stuff happened. The first big one, Seth. My Minnesota Timberwolves, I got to talk about them quick. They're killing the Suns. Suns fans.
Dude.
I don't feel bad at all because everyone was like, the Suns are going to upset the Timberwolves. No. You got KD, you got Jaden McDaniels, you got Anthony Edwards. He popped out in the lows. So we got some new AE-1 lows. Sneaker of the year so far, in my opinion. All the AE-1s, like they win. I got a shelf full of them behind me. They're goated, and now we got a low. The one thing that was really interesting was it was the first playoff game that he broke out lows. I was very concerned about that.
Yeah.
You can't play in high tops the entire season and then rock some lows for the first playoff game. I was like, this is not good. This is very Minnesota. Like, some bad shit's going to happen.
You just don't know.
Played very good.
Yeah.
But I was talking to one of the guys at Adidas, and I was like, what was the thought process? And he was like, it's everything's been not well thought out, that he's been playing in them for months. It was confirmed. So I mean, I don't know, but they're cool. I like them a lot. And I know you're a low guy, so
yeah, dude, I'm obsessed with these. I DM'd Andrew Parks, the designer, or one of the designers, right when I saw him, and I was like, oh my God, these are gonna go crazy in Atlanta, because I already see AE-1s all the time over here, which makes me happy.
He's from Atlanta too. That's probably why.
Exactly. I'm like, represent. But the second I saw these, I was like, these are the ones. And he said, just wait. And I said, okay, I will be patient. But yeah, Adidas sent out kind of a press release to everyone that's kind of, I don't know, that they connect with, like the Pitch Blend team. Apparently these are set to release in June, which not too far away. I wish it was sooner. Yeah, it's not bad. So I'm assuming this is the launch colorway. I put a link on our little docket if you want to pull it up. There were like a few different colorways. I don't know how I feel about these though. Like, I don't know if it's just the angle. Like for this pair specifically, like the wings, the TPU on the side is like bright orange. The base is white. Probably not my favorite colorway, but like they chopped the top off pretty much all the OG colorways. So if you cycle through it, this one, bright pink, purple, the Stormtroopers, that's a go-to for me. I can't remember the names. Georgia Clay. I really want the low with the Georgia Clay, dude.
Silver.
Yeah, like there's some good
Dog
stuff.
Style there. Very bright. And
those look crazy.
These, who knows if they're all coming out. I do want to mention that. Like, this is, I don't know the source, and I've seen a lot of highs that we have not gotten yet. Like the charcoals, we've seen different versions, all reds. Like, there's been different colors that haven't actually released. So, and he has rocked a few PEs. So
that is true.
PEs, but
so we'll see. Dude, I love that they're doing the OG colorways. That's really all I want, because I love all the OG colorways. Like, they all look sick. So I'll go for any of them, man. But definitely, I'm just really curious to try these out, see how they work.
Yeah, I like them because they're going to be super, super easy to rock in the summer.
100%. But yeah,
Wolves are winning it all. I'm claiming it here.
I'm here for it, dude. Like, as someone who doesn't watch really any basketball, I now have just Anthony Edwards highlights all over my like Instagram Explore page, and every time I watch one, I'm just like jaw to the floor. Like, dude, this is just surgical, bro. Like, he's killing it.
I mean, out of all the sports towns, Minnesota is the longest without a championship in any sport. The last championship we had was 1991, Minnesota Twins. Wild have never won. Timberwolves have never won. The Vikings have never won. The Twins have won 2 World Series.
Yeah.
Like, we're due. And when it happens, it's going to be nuts. And I don't know. I got a feeling this year, like, Celtics lost. Like, they're not as good as we think they are. The Nuggets, we beat them in the regular season. Like, we almost beat them with 4 of our main guys out. Like, I think they're doable. And it is the playoffs. We're a young team still. the craziest part about this whole thing, Anthony Edwards can't even drink yet. Like, he's so young. He's 20 years old. Like,
That's crazy.
He's
I forgot
4
about that.
to 5 years away from his prime.
Oh yeah, well he
Like,
said that like in an interview.
it's
He said,
crazy.
"Give me 2 to 3 years." Like,
Yeah, no, it's.
then we'll be
I
talking.
mean, this has been his breakout year, and he's 20 years old. It's nuts. I mean, like, there's going to be AE-10s that we're going to be talking about. Like, it's going to be a thing because he's going to be top the league with Victor Wembanyama, and I just love it. We got him. I love it.
Speaking about the 10s, like the timing of them announcing the lows was like comical almost, because I was listening to the Complex Sneakers podcast the day it came out last Friday, and I think it was later that day they announced the AE-1 lows, and on the podcast they were talking about like, this is like for sure top 5 sneakers of the year. And they were just talking about like the AE2s, like, okay, like, do we think they have what it takes to get another one, or is it kind of a one-hit wonder? And they were just kind of like throwing their predictions around, and I was like, I feel like they have something cooking. Then not 5 hours later, they're like, lows. And I'm like, oh,
Dude, and the marketing
snap.
video and everything with it. I mean, they're killing it.
Just gas, man. But
City
enough
is
of
alive.
enough of
Minnesota with him, I'll tell you that.
I could talk about it all day, dude. It's crazy to see.
Speaking about Minnesota, I got something fun in the works with Bailey Ober of the Minnesota Twins.
Dude, that's the guy you took a photo with, right?
Yep. So he's
so tall.
I think he's pitching tomorrow. Yeah, he's 6'9". So I feel like I held my own. But
That's crazy.
I'll kind of leak it here first, since I love the podcast the most. They just got authenticated today. Where I'm getting him some custom cleats, and we're doing a video with it. So,
That's
do you have any guesses on the pair?
Oh, I don't know what his
It's a basketball
personal
shoe.
style is.
And it's got to be in Twins colors.
Dude, it'd be really cool to do it in the AEs, but I don't know if that's even possible.
That would be cool.
The Timberwolf AEs, dude, like that. Like, that'd be kind of sick.
That would be cool. He is
Probably
a
some
Nike
Jordan
guy.
ones. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Everyone's like allegiance.
Here you go.
Oh yeah. That's
So
good.
we're doing the Kobe 6 reverse Grinch. And
That
so
would be
I'll get them
nice.
here in about a couple of days, and then I'm shipping them off to Custom Cleats to get metal inserts in the bottom. They're going to ship them back, and I'm going to do a video delivering them. And got the whole thing. He's a size 15, so it's kind of hard to find a pair for a good price. And got custom cleats on board, and Haley's like, we got to get you out to game. And I'm like, hey, my wife and I are actually coming, like, bought tickets, like, coming in a couple days. Like, he's like, well, sweet, let's link up. And so he got us on the BP batting practice list, and it was raining, so they didn't even have batting practice, but we got to chat it up for a while and kind of talk about different stuff. And so, yeah, I think that there's some cool opportunities with that. So,
Dude, when you sent me that photo before you posted it, Anna was just like, Charlie looks like a child next to him. And I was like, yeah, that literally looks like me standing next to Charlie. And then that difference carries over. And I'm like, that is a huge man. Oh,
no,
my
he's
goodness.
big. Yeah, he's big. Yeah, I Googled
That's
it when he was like,
crazy.
yeah, I'm a size 15. I was like, oh, I thought he was going to be like, yeah, I'm like size 12, 13. 15's like getting up there.
That's a big picture, dude. Speaking of pitchers,
Yeah.
I started following like some Braves players, and AJ Minter, one of our pitchers, followed me back. So I was like, let's go.
There you go.
He did a killer game the other day. So did Ozzy Albies. If you are listening to this and know the Atlanta Braves, Ozzy is a short king like myself, and he's killing it. So
I love it.
very happy. I freaked out. I just refreshed my phone, and I was like, Ozzy Albies, let's go. I was kind of geeking, but you know, Brave stuff.
Baseball.
Baseball, sports. What we got? Nike's cult classics are making a comeback.
So Nike announced cult classics coming back. So basically pairs that people love. Classics. We got stuff like the Ultramans. We got the Michigan Dunk Lows. We got the Veneer Dunk Lows. We can kind of run through this quick. Nothing crazy. Air Force One retro linens. These released. I don't even know when these released. These were, I feel like they were 04, 05 maybe.
Probably. That's one of those pairs. Brendan Dunn shoes, dude. He's like a super fan of those. Him and Ronnie Feig. That's like one of their favorites. And I'm just like, I don't get it because I wasn't around like this sort of field of sneakers when they came out. So I'm like, it's okay, but it's kind of a nice shoe. All kind of beige with pink. It's cool.
Yep. Premium Air Force One Low Snakes. All white with snake print on the swoosh. These look like bad customs. I don't know. Snake print's kind of cheesy to me.
Yeah, I mean, same. It's instant turn every time I see it.
Air Max 90 reverse duck camos.
Special. I may actually go for those because I don't remember when those came out.
You're not going to go for these.
That's one of those shoes that when I was first getting into sneakers, like in the like C notes, like that kind of era, that I would see all the time on Reddit, and people would just style them like they looked so good. And it was one of those that was like, if I ever see that, I was just an idiot back then. I'd be like, if I ever saw those sitting on shelves, I'm totally going to buy them. You're never going to see them sitting on shelves. I didn't know that. So, just to maybe like fulfill that little hole in my heart from 10, however many years ago. Maybe.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe so.
Really cool in here, Veneers. Dunk Low.
Veneers.
I'm a big fan of these. I think I'm Scooby-Doo colorway. I don't know. I've just always liked these. I used to have a pair and I sold them. Like to get another pair.
They're clean.
They're clean.
Always like those. What
Varsity
else?
green Dunk Lows are the Michigans.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. Material looks garbage on these. Ultramans, these materials actually look nice. These are similar to like the Midnight Navy women's dunks that came out a couple years ago. Cool color, red, gray. I like these.
Not bad.
Ultramarines, Air Max 180s.
Not bad.
We talked about
either.
these. Not a huge fan of them. Air Max 180 Concords.
Meh.
I don't know about called classic. So,
I mean, there's a market for it, I'm sure. We'll see.
Sick teaser video. I don't know. Yeah, I don't need to go on about those.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Do we want to dive into the 2025 release?
Yes. Yeah, let's do it. So you put these on here. Yeah, so are these all confirmed then, or?
From what I've seen, I checked multiple sources for all of them. I think there's only like 4 or 5. There was a huge leak of probably maybe 10 to 15 pairs set to release next year. I didn't want to add all of them because a lot of them aren't good, in my opinion.
Yeah,
these are just like the best 4 that I found that I feel like people would find interesting. So first one on the list, Jordan 4 SB in Summit White and Navy, which I think this pair is so funny because did we not see fake pairs of these like before the SB4s actually came out, the pine greens? And I'm like,
these, and then it was rumored that the industrial blues were going to be on the SB silhouette, but they weren't.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And that's what these look like. So
this is a cool pair. To me personally, I think the pine greens just look better. But if you're not a fan of green and you like blue,
that original theory, I got to figure out what they call that. Like when something's the original, like everything you think about is based off that. That's what this is. Like the greens are better. Like I don't know.
I just this shade of blue, I just don't think pops enough on it. Like if it was the military blue, like 20 whatever 16 color, like where it was a little more of a pop, I think it'd look good.
Mm-hmm.
But navy, just like a dark blue,
Dude, you know what would be the goat collab?
Spittle
would be if they did Jordan 4 white cement SB. That would be the shoe to end all shoes, in my opinion, because we're due for an upgrade. We're due for a retro on those.
It would have to have the gum bottom.
I don't think we'll get it, but
that'd be a cool shoe to have the gum bottom on too, though.
Yeah, that would be super
just
sick.
Like spice it up. That's what they should do. Do all the retros, gum bottom with a suede.
Well, could you do like box. Could you do a gum, that same gum material, but do gray gum outsole?
I mean, yeah, probably. Like a translucent, cool. Semi-translucent, something. I feel like it'd look cool. But, yeah, sometime next year, according to Z Sneakerhead Z, shout out Z, love you. Next on the list, these next two are probably my favorite. So these are the Jordan 1 Low 85 in the Royal Cut. I'm all for 85 lows. Same with Charley. Lows, highs, anything, like, they're beautiful. So just the shape on these, dude. I feel like these will look really good. But what do you think? Is this one that you have to have?
Never been a fan of the Royal colorway. I don't know.
Fair. That's fair.
I like the 85 shape, though.
Something about the 85 shape with this color blocking. I feel like it'll look really cool. And have they only done like white 85s like as the base?
Yes, so far.
So this is the first like black. So yeah, I like it.
I like it.
I'm here for it. I'll try it.
Jordan 1 Low OG Obsidian Blue. This is gas. Hopefully the materials are just as good as these look. I doubt it though.
God, I hope they're the exact same as the originals, because the originals quality is so good. This one I feel like is going to be all over the place. Like, it's just easy sneaker to wear. People are going to love them.
I could see these being a daily for you.
Easily. I'd destroy them. Because the only reason I don't destroy my others is because they're a high. Like, if they were lows, I'd kill them.
And then we got the Jordan 3 Black Cat. We're also getting a Jordan 4 Black Cat with weird netting on the upper.
I saw
Jordan
that.
3 Black Cat is coming 2025.
Hopefully it doesn't look exactly like this, because I think that underlayer is like patent leather, and I feel like that kind of kills it.
Yeah, these are super ugly.
Yeah, like, just stick to the formula. Just stick to the formula.
I agree.
Black, nubuck, set it straight. But if they do it right, these are going to be everywhere. All day.
Yeah, I could see a lot of people rocking those.
Yes, sir. All right. That's pretty much it for the 25s. Let's bring it closer to home. Stay in 2024. Make it a little easier. Get the people excited. Like that. Okay. These, I didn't really know what to think about them at first. So these are the Air Jordan 39s. They finally officially unveiled the new model. According to Brennan Dunn, who wrote this article on Complex, the shoe has more input from Jordan himself than any other of the brand's signature models in recent memory, which I think is kind of cool. The only thing I don't really like are the colorways are pretty boring. This one's actually not bad. I didn't notice this one with like the blue on the back. Yeah, it's kind of like a combination of the Jordan 9 on the heel and apparently the Jordan 29 from what I read. And they kind of explained a little bit about the upper, and I thought this was kind of cool. So they had a Jordan 29 that all of the wear testers wore. They kind of, there may be a photo on here, but they dipped it in paint. And this is kind of where the weird kind of organic look comes from on the side. So the wear testers wore pairs covered in dried paint. They played in them they basically just listened to Michael Jordan. Yeah, this photo right here. He said, do this move, do this, run this, kind of like how he would typically play. And they took the spots of the shoe where the paint would crack and fall off, reinforced them with a ballistic mesh, which I assume kind of helps with stability, but also maybe not. Like, I would just assume, like, you know, if your foot's pushing into that spot a lot, it would help. But what they said, and I quote, it kind of serves as a physical trace of Jordan's movement as the heartbeat of the shoe, which kind of sounds a little out there, but I think it's kind of a really interesting concept. What do you think about that? I don't know if I did the best job explaining it, but I don't know. I thought it was really cool.
I like it. I think it's kind of like the Air program like we talked about last week. They're pushing the boundaries of design and coming up with new stuff. I'm a fan of these. They got to do something with these later model of Jordans because nobody's like buying them like the retros. Like once you get past like, I don't know, 15 or whatever, it's like, all right, like don't really care that much. So they're doing, what are they only doing 9 colorways of these, I think, and they're doing paint design and Jordan's moving with them. Like there's actually like stuff behind them that we haven't seen before. So
yeah,
I'm here for it.
And apparently their focus in the past has been really heavily tailored to like air, obviously, like playing more in the air. I don't know how to really describe that, but the main focus on this shoe was just like on court, like performance, which cool. I feel like that definitely makes sense, but I feel like this one has some potential, not from a visual standpoint, but maybe performance. I'm curious to see what people think about it.
Yeah, I like them. They're cool. I don't know. Nothing crazy.
All right. It's okay.
It's all right.
All right, what we got next?
Another Nike basketball shoe. I'm hyped about these KD 17s. Another one that, like, kind of once you get down the rabbit hole of new models, like KD 13, 14, 15, like 17, like we're down there. Like, we got another colorway of these released or leaked. This is the Producer series. All purple, storm looking. The original pair, here's another colorway. It looks like a lot of ads. Purple hue with white. But the original Jordan or KD 17 colorway was sweet. But I like these. I think they're cool looking.
And it's cool, like the collaboration aspect I like. I wasn't really expecting this. So they're doing, I think it's a pair designed by Bink. The one you're looking at currently is Metro Boomin's pair, and then Alchemist is the second pair we saw. I don't think we have photos of Bink yet, but I like that, dude. Incorporate more people. Like, we should always be doing that. It gets boring when it's just like, here's 5 colorways of the KD 17. Hope you all are excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
Build some hype. Especially with Metro being in the limelight right now.
Yeah.
I feel like that's interesting.
Get killed by the Timberwolves right now. That's what's happening to KD.
Yikes. Dude, yeah, I saw the videos of Ant and KD, and I was like, this is crazy, man.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Absolutely wild. So this may be Charlie's sneaker of the year. You want to intro this?
That's crazy. I had people DMing me like, hey, I can't wait to hear what you say about these on the podcast. That was right after I sent it to you.
Hilarious.
Yeah, these are disgusting. LaMelo's lifestyle sneaker with Puma. There's nothing else to say about them. They're so bad. I keep referencing Gigamus Big Al. Alex had a pair of, you might even link them here. The
Lanvin.
You did. Yep. The Lanvin. They're okay. So mental image of these if you're watching YouTube, and then these. He had a pair of these. They're literally a direct rip of that. So it's this really chunky really chunky looking skate shoe. It's kind of hard to explain.
Yeah.
And they're just doing a Puma version of it. They're
And
all
not to
red,
mention,
patent leather. I mean, like, if I threw up a shoe, this would probably be it. Like, I can't explain how bad these are. Thick laces, like, these are terrible, bro.
it's the worst colorway too, man. I mean, just there's
Very
nothing
similar
wrong.
to some
Osiris D3s, man.
Osiris's. Yeah, they're
Ugh.
bad.
You know, it's crazy. Like when big skate shoes like the Osiris were kind of popular in like, I guess early mid 2000s. Like I hated them then, and I still don't like them. Like what? Why are we bringing this into it? Like that's just hideous, man. And all the like little just overlays and decals this shoe has. I don't understand.
Bad,
but you know what's crazy? The kids are probably going to go crazy. With how popular like Lanvin and Osiris are right now, like
maybe.
I don't
know.
I feel like there's potential.
Low, yeah.
Next wear test.
No, we're only going up from here, baby.
No steps back.
So this is kind of an interesting one that you put on here, Bravest Studio.
Yeah, I mean, I just put this on here because the LaMelos were pretty much a knockoff, and these genuinely piss me off, like so badly, man. So if you're listening, this is what's it called? The Bravest Studio Cross Country Runner, and it is just an Asics Gel Kayano 14 midsole with some random runner upper with like some fake ass looking chrome hearts crosses on the side. And I don't know what it is, but the second I looked at the midsole and saw it was identical to a Kayano 14, I was just like, what are we doing? Like, where is any creativity? It just
Yeah, it's I don't know. Because I know the guys that make these.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I don't know them and they don't pay me, so I know they pay you.
They don't pay me either. They do pay blogs to talk about them and stuff, but the keto deal, I'm kind of like, I don't think I'll ever post anything on keto wears again because the quality of the shoes were so bad. I like the guys.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff they were doing was cool, but the quality of like the Jordan 3 and the Jordan 4s that they did were so bad.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and they're just a rip. I mean, and then Bravest is it's like same designers are kind of working with Bravest. Like the mules they did were cool. Like the claws.
I do agree.
There's stuff that's cool.
Those were cool.
Stay in that lane. Don't go down the bootleg lane. Like, it's just, I don't know. And while we're talking bootlegs, let's just talk about Omni and Hellcat.
We have to.
He lost. He took the L. He owes Nike $8 million. He came up with the area or the. I guess it's not even. I thought it was the same company. So the KIY knockoff.
I'm really confused.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. So what we're talking about, we're looking at this photo. It's like 3 different brands in one that are all copying Nike. It's Jordan 1 Black Toe, Bread, Shadow. And then we have the KIY knockoffs, which are the Jordan 1 with the lightning bolt, which I thought was Omni and Hellcat. The Omni ones are the exact same as the KIY. So they're a double bootleg. They're copying the copier. That's crazy. No wonder why they're ordered to pay $8 million. So it's double original. That's crazy.
I'm so confused right now. I literally thought it was the exact same.
I mean, March. Huh. Cool KIY. Took it a bit. Interesting. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. And the thing that probably pissed Nike off so much, I went and looked at this dude's Instagram. Yeah. Just him flexing Lambos and buying Rolexes. And like, I was like, this is, if you were like taking the money and like being humble about it and like, not posting like new crib, new car you buy, like
True.
new Hellcat, because that's his name. Like he had Hellcat in his photos and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like if you're not doing that, and you're not flexing, hey, I took your idea and I'm living the best life, driving this Lamborghini, and it's bad, man. It's bad. I don't know. I've never had respect for people that just copy somebody else's thing and then say it's basically all original and anyone can do this, and Nike's done it to a bunch of other companies and Bape and I'm Bape and whatever. I don't know. Not cool.
Like, these are just not like good looking bootlegs either. Like, they all look really cheap.
Who's wearing these? Who's buying these and wearing these? That's what I want to know.
I mean, like, I've seen KIYs or whatever it is. Like, I see those maybe like 2 pairs a month in Atlanta. Like, they're kind of around
in Minnesota.
Yeah, like if I go to the mall, I'm almost guaranteed to see like one, especially down at Lenox. But yeah, the other ones, like the Omis, just don't look good. And I will say, like, there were a few times where I saw a few colorways of the KIYs, and this is when like Jordan 1s were like hot, and you couldn't get a pair for under $400. Like, there were a few colorways of the KIYs where I was like, or KIYs, that I was like, maybe I will cop those. But those looked like good quality. The others just look like you bought them at a gas station. No offense, but also offense.
Like, it's totally different now, too, because if you're not doing anything unique on the silhouette, like if you're doing wild colorways and stuff that Nike would never do, all right, that's kind of cool. When you're doing bootlegs of stuff that people can actually obtain from Nike for retail prices now,
true,
kills the whole thing. I don't know.
We should do a shoe. Can't be that hard.
It's expensive and it's a lot of marketing.
That's the only thing.
The only way I'd do a shoe is if I collabed with a cool company that I already like.
Same.
I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, like, handcrafted stuff's cool. I've done that. Like Jordan, insane work. Like, we've come up with something, did a wear test on them, like all original design. Like, done it with HVND Studios. Like, done the handcrafted route. That's very fun.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm cool enough, big enough to ever do a collab with the brand. It's just we're not there yet, man.
Well, it's having that brand attached to you that works with the brand.
We do a Beyond Kick shoe down the line.
Something like that, like Clama and Beema Williams. That's the only example that I can think of right now, but there's others like that where it's like a creator has a brand that they started and then that brand collabs with the bigger brand because it sounds better than like, this is the Winona Kicks A6 Gel 1130.
Yep.
Like, yeah, just, I don't know. That's the way I see it.
There you go.
Beyond Kicks.
All right, we got 2 more articles here.
Okay.
Big business brain, turn it on. Nike laying off 740 employees. Oregon headquarters. Brutal.
That sucks.
Could see it coming. Profits are down. It's just it's overhead. It's when you have to pay 740's employees salaries, benefits, gotta have electricity on at the building because you have 700 people there. You gotta, I mean, like, it sucks, but it's the tough part about business. Profits are down. Thing much It's brutal. It's about and which they just keep winning. I think cool. So
Yes.
Sports at it and champs, and then
But other
is their marketing status. It's very under. Their
sent me 3 bottles of his Cabernet Sauvignon.
What?
Yeah, dude. How cool is that? There was
How did this happen?
They like hit me up. It was some other team like for James Harden, and they were like, "Hey, would you want?" They're supposed to be sending me the shoe too. I'm pretty sure because they said, "Hey, we're doing a shoe with this. Do you want us to send you some?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "All you have to do is just make a post or whatever if you want." And I was like, "Bet, say less." So they sent me like 3 bottles of this, and that's just the craziest thing to me. So very excited
So that's
for that. Yeah, dude.
You gotta
I think that's
like
it though.
have a glass and pour a glass in the review and like these are James
Exactly.
Harden's new shoes and like be all fancy with it. Maybe wear like a
Be
or
very
something.
fancy. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. So we'll see if I have time to figure all that out, or
There you go.
we'll figure something out. But thank you everybody for listening. Like Charlie just said, subscribe. That's it. Appreciate it. Love you. See you next week.
Let's go.
Peace.